Protect yourself and others from getting sick. Wash your hands after coughing or sneezing, when caring for the sick, before, during and after you prepare food, before eating, after toilet use, when hands are visibly dirty, when handling animals or animal waste. Today we have Dr. Bharati Maitram, state epidemiologist on protection from coronavirus or COVID-19. Interviewing her is Kakching Tabam Ritesh Sharma.
We are quite thankful to Bharati for giving us some time in spite of having such a hectic schedule right now because of the cases, because of the situation right now that we are facing. So before we go on with the topic, let's know who Bharati is. So Bharati, a brief introduction about yourself so that the listeners can know from what background, what are your expertise.
Thank you, Ritesh. Hello, everyone. I am Bharati Maitram, and my background is that I have done my PhD in genetics and a diploma in epidemiology. And as of now, I am working as a state epidemiologist for Integrated Disease Surveillance Program. That is a program that looks after emerging and re-emerging diseases, communicable diseases mostly. And earlier, I was associated with bioinformatics at DUIC Akampat Imphal, and after that, I joined this program. I have 3 kids. And in this busy schedule, I have to deal with them also.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So that's it.
The work and family
Yes,
too,
yes.
you have to maintain. Okay, let's come to the topic. You must be quite aware of this, and people are very skeptic, tense, and scared about this. So people want to know what actually is a coronavirus.
Okay. Coronavirus, we all know what are viruses. Viruses, as we know, that they spread a lot of diseases, and there might be certain viruses that do not cause any disease to human beings.
Okay.
But this coronavirus, as it has come up right now, they are a group of viruses that can cause illness that ranges from a mere common cold, as we call, to severe diseases like the SARS coronavirus, that severe acute respiratory syndrome that happened in 2003, and MERS, Middle East respiratory syndrome, that happened in 2012. So it is a group of viruses, and some of them are known to have infected human beings. And they, as per the records, they are zoonotic. That means they spread from animals. But as of now, as of this coronavirus, we don't know. Like, we are not yet sure. Like, there are certain studies going on, but we cannot be sure that it is spreading from animals or not. And so novel.
About that, actually, why it is called a novel coronavirus or a COVID-19, and what makes this virus so specific now?
Okay, COVID. It is given exactly in the name itself. Co comes from the word corona. V comes from the word virus, VI. Then D is the disease, coronavirus disease. And because it is a new disease that has been discovered, in the human beings in 2019, as it was reported on 31st December 2019. So it has been given this name, coronavirus 19. So in short, it is COVID-19. And it is novel because it has not been found in human beings earlier. It is the first time it has been found in human beings.
And why this virus is so specific?
Yeah, that is the part that we have to deal about. There is no specificity about it. Like, it is a virus as others, and it is a mild virus as compared to SARS and MERS. But why we are considering it so specific and why we are taking up certain steps is because it is a new virus. So we don't know how much immune we are to it, and we don't know how severe it will be. As of now, what we know is that it is not as much fatal as it is as the SARS was or the MERS was. But as of now, we cannot say anything. It is early to say about its severity and its transmission and how it gets transmitted. As we know, we are being told, like through World Health Organization and all, we are being told that it is being spreading through contact and respiratory droplets. But and regarding the other things, like who are the risk factors, and who all are more risk risky to be to this disease. That is early, so that's why
Mm.
we are considering it to be specific. And the world is dealing with a lot of diseases as of now.
Right, right.
So we can do without another new virus
Right,
or
true.
another new disease. That's why it is considered to be specific.
Okay, so true, and so nice of you that you explain in detail about that. So how does the virus spread? Actually, people know through
Yes.
television and radio, but it would be nice to hear it from you. And what are the symptoms associated with it?
The virus spreads through respiratory droplets.
Okay.
Like when we cough or when we sneeze,
Mm.
droplets, it contains millions of viruses.
True.
And some of the viruses, it can float around in the air. And some viruses which are heavier, as like this, within it has to fall onto the ground because of its weight. And within a range of about 3 feet, that is about 1 meter. And also through close contact.
Okay.
Like from human to human. If a person who is infected with COVID-19, if we have been taking care without any personal protective equipments like
Okay.
masks and gloves, it can spread to that. And because how it spreads is, the thing is, we do things with our hands.
Right.
And if the virus is in our hands and if we touch our eyes, nose and mouth, through which it can go into the respiratory tract, then the virus can go into our respiratory tract. That's why most of the time we will be hearing precautionary measures that include hand hygiene,
Right.
to wash hands
Right.
as much as possible. So this is how the virus spreads. And the symptoms is, as I've already told, it might range from a mere influenza. Influenza, it is fever, cough, sore throat, or other shortness of breath. Or it can turn up to severe pneumonia and will be needing hospitalization.
In that case, I want to ask something, which comes up in my mind.
yeah.
In the month of March, the seasonal flu are
Yes,
happening.
exactly.
At the same time, people are concerned about coronavirus. How can a person differentiate between that, and how can a doctor differentiate between a common flu and a coronavirus?
As of now, the symptoms of novel coronavirus, that is COVID-19, and the seasonal influenza, as you have said, they are similar. It is fever, cough, and runny nose and all those things
Right,
that come
right.
with common influenza. But what is going to differentiate is that since it is a new virus, it has not been identified or in our country as of now. So those who have traveled to other parts of the world
Right.
that has got these reports of coronavirus infection and
Okay.
that history, that is the one criteria that needs to be taken into account
Okay.
while segregating the seasonal influenza from the COVID-19.
I'm enlightened to hear that. The next thing is, what actually this, because we heard so many things on the newspaper, quarantine, on the radio, on
Yes,
the
yes.
TVA. So what does quarantine mean, and whether someone who has been quarantined spread the virus to others? Is it possible?
Now, before I answer this question, I would like to tell what is the difference between quarantine and an isolation.
Right, true.
Yeah. Quarantine is something that we do to a person which is healthy as of now,
Okay.
but who had the risk of contracting the disease,
Okay.
the virus. He might have been to a country that has reported cases of COVID-19,
Okay.
or he might have been in contact with a confirmed COVID-19 case.
Okay.
So a quarantine means that the person will be healthy, but he has the risks of contracting the disease.
Okay.
So what we do is we use the word isolation, but
Okay.
quarantine is for healthy person, and isolation, as we use in isolation wards and isolation beds, it is for those persons who has got the symptoms of the disease
Okay.
and with all the travel history. So that is what is going to differentiate quarantine and isolation. And yes, you have asked the question, someone who has been quarantined of spreading the virus to others, as I've said, he or she is at the risk of contracting the disease.
Okay.
So after the incubation period of 2 to 14 days, he might develop the symptoms
Okay.
and he might
Not.
not.
Okay.
So quarantine period is to know whether he has got the symptoms and he has got the virus or not. So if he finishes the quarantine period, then he can be cleared. We can consider them to be cleared of this disease.
Okay. So, and one thing which I'm really scared of is not only me, the listeners as well. In the airport, we scan the passengers who have traveled abroad or who come from other states. We just scan the temperature.
Yes.
So, how can a temperature indicate or let a person know that that person is suffering from COVID-19 or something? because at that particular time the person might not have fever. So how can we differentiate that? That is a very concerning thing.
Yes, you have asked the right question.
Yeah.
And the thing is, fever is one of the symptoms.
Mhm.
And as you have said, at the airport where screening is going on, one might not have the fever. You might not have seen, but we are doing with self-declaratory forms.
Okay.
Like it is mandatory to answer certain questions, whether you have been to certain COVID-19 affected countries, whether you have these symptoms apart from fever,
Okay.
and whether you have cough, sore throat, and with whom have you been in the last 14 days.
Okay.
So fever, screening of fever at the airports and at the entry points is just one of the many things that we are doing to rule out the entry of the virus in the state.
Okay. One interesting question is people are dying to know is, can the virus spread through foods or goods? People are scared to go outside. They order online through Amazon or whatever it is, online, or refrigerated foods or say frozen. Can it be spread through this?
Here I have to take a certain few slower steps.
Okay.
See, it is not necessary to say that it will spread through food. Well cooked food, and if it has not been contaminated,
Okay.
will not carry the virus.
Okay. That's
But
good.
if somebody who is suffering from COVID-19 is handling the food, or let's say you have ordered online, but if somebody carrying the food has symptoms of COVID-19 or is probable case of COVID-19, then there are possibilities that the food will carry the virus, and if you are going to ingest it, then that is the thing.
Okay.
Online ordering, it saves time, yes, but one needs to know whether the delivery boys
Okay. Okay.
are not suffering from symptoms of influenza.
Okay.
This is not only for coronaviruses, but
For
this
any
is,
kind
it
of-
should be a general
Okay.
precautionary step for all communicable diseases.
Okay, basic thing. Okay.
Yeah.
The crazy part, the scary part is how can I prepare myself and my family for possible quarantine or isolation if I happen to know that if I've contacted this particular virus or if I suspected myself to have that particular virus?
First of all, if you suspect yourself to be, you have contracted that virus, first of all, my advice is first to call up the state helpline number 0385241168 and just to rule out where you just have to give the details of where you have been and what are the symptoms that you have at the present moment.
Right.
And after that, if they think that you are meeting the criteria or the case definitions that has been given for COVID-19,
Okay.
then they will take up certain steps. If you need to be isolated at home, if you are not showing the severe symptoms, if you have got certain mild symptoms, and if you have traveled to COVID-19 infected country, you might be asked to self-isolate at home.
Okay.
At that time, you will be given certain do's and don'ts,
Right.
what to do and what not to do, and you will be asked to self-isolate as much as possible.
Okay.
But if you are among the countries that are being screened for COVID-19, then you will be taken into isolation by the state government.
Protect others from getting sick. Avoid close contact when you are experiencing cough and fever. Avoid spitting in public if you have fever, cough, and difficulty breathing. Seek medical care early and share previous travel history with your healthcare provider. Well, that was the first part of the interview with Dr. Bharati Maitram, state epidemiologist on protection from coronavirus or COVID-19. Interviewing her was Kakching Tabam Ritesh Sharma. We will be back with the concluding part. Until then, stay safe.